No chance. If she's the one making the demand, get out of here.
I like that answer.
And I would go for full custody of Leo, so I'd tell them that she's a crackhead.
Yeah, motherfucker. We're gonna take it up a few notches right now. See if y'all can keep up. Wanna give a motherfucker sucker.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 59 of the ScruffCast. I'm John.
And I'm Dan.
Now, last week, we made a boo-boo. We messed it up.
We had a little bit of a boo-boo.
So, we received a couple listener emails this week that sort of tipped us off to the fact...
Confused us, you should say.
What the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
So, we went back and we had a listen. So, this is episode 59. On episode 57, we gave you the question to ponder. If someone you loved was killed in front of you, but someone created a copy of them that was perfect right down to the atomic level, would they be the same person, and would you love them just as much?
Now, the problem was, the question we answered
on episode 58
last week was a completely different question.
Yes.
Which was, do you have it there?
Yes, the question was, if you could take over any corporation and run that corporation, which corporation would you choose?
Now, I think I know where the confusion comes from. So originally, that was going to be our question to ponder for the following week. But we had someone email in another question to ponder, which was the...
atomic level one.
Yeah, the atomic level one.
So
the problem was, in our little notes, we didn't write that down for the next week. We only had the other one written down, so we answered that one.
So we left you with one question and then came back the next week and answered a different one.
And no one actually said anything about it. Nobody
No.
was like, hey, guys, what the hell? So is anyone out there even really paying attention?
Exactly. The whole thing was a test. We did that on purpose.
That's right.
And you listeners failed the test.
So now we will answer two questions to ponder for this week.
Lucky you guys. You fail the test and you get rewarded. How does that work?
So let's go with episode 57's question to ponder.
All right. If someone you loved was killed in front of you, but someone created a copy of them that was perfect right down to the atomic level, would they be the same person, or would you love them just as much? Daniel?
Okay, so my question here is, like, would they have all the same memories that you've created with that person?
Someone created a copy of them that was perfect right down to the atomic level. That's a good question, because no memories, easily no bueno, right?
Yeah, but if the memory's the exact same and...
Yeah, well, if it's at the atomic level, where are your memories stored? It's got to be somewhere in the atoms.
That's true.
So we'll say they have the same memories.
So you know what? I think I'd say yes. Like, I don't know, there'd always be that little part of you that, like, kind of knew it wasn't the same, but, like, everything would be the same.
Here's another question, though.
Yeah.
If they have the memories, do they have the memory of being killed? Like, do they know that they're a clone?
Oh, I don't know. Good question.
Because then you're just living with this secret, right? And they'll never know.
I don't know.
It also depends, like, how were they killed? Maybe you have this horrific memory.
That's true, too. Yeah. They were, like, murdered.
So...
let's say they don't have that memory of them dying.
Okay, that makes things easier.
Okay, but they had all the other memories that you guys created together. So it's like you witnessed them dying, but to them, they just, went to bed, woke up, and everything was just all the same.
Yeah, it's just this secret you harbor.
Yeah, I probably would. Because it would just feel like everything was the exact same. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it'd be like you had one bad day, right? But you get over it,
yeah.
I guess. I think so. Now, would they be the same person? If it's right down to the atomic level, I mean... yeah, kinda, I guess.
I think they would be.
Would you love them just as much? I think maybe you'd love them more, because you'd appreciate, like...
oh.
You lost them, right?
Oh, good way to look at it, yeah.
So
it's almost like you're getting them
more.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you died, I could make a clone of you, I would.
Then you could keep doing the podcast. Good thing for you, he retains the memory so he can edit and upload it.
Perfect. It'd be so weird, though. Imagine there's, like, a few memories they don't have, though. Oh, I remember this happening. Oh, no, I don't. I don't think we ever did that. It's like, you don't know. You're stupid.
It wouldn't be that bad, because then you could tell stories that you've already told.
Oh, sure. I'm bad at doing that.
A few times you told a story, and I'm like, oh, yeah, you told me that story.
Yeah.
But we hang out one other day during the week, and then we have no small talk left.
I know. That's the problem. We hung out yesterday.
Yeah.
And then today, it was just, a quiet dinner. We just sat in silence and ate our Chinese food.
Hit up the Szechuan Express. I switched it up this week, though. I got lemon chicken instead of the General Tao chicken.
I went with the classic General Tao chicken.
Not bad. But Szechuan Express didn't make our top 5 a few weeks ago.
No, they did not.
Each week, we come into the podcast thinking, oh, man, are we going to have enough to talk about? And somehow we just managed to
This
ramble.
week will be the true test.
This week we brought a couple listener emails, our top 5 for the week, which will be revealed later. And that was literally it.
So we're going to see how this goes.
We'll see how it goes. I've heard the listeners out there love the
Buckle
stories
up.
about my dad, but unfortunately I don't have any new stories for them.
No Jaime stories today.
No stories from Jaime.
Stories from Jaime.
I got a little story I could tell.
Okay.
All right, so it's not really that interesting, but I was at my dad's a few weeks ago, and he loves going through the flyers, right? Mm-hmm. So he cuts things out of first he circles the things in the flyer, then he cuts them out and he staples them together, right? He, like going through the actual physical paper flyers.
So it's like his grocery list.
Kinda, yeah, like literally stapled like together. So he's got to unstaple it, right?
Yeah.
To like then separate everything after. And he just like, it's almost like he's addicted, right? He just loves the flyers. And he's like, oh, this is on special. And things aren't on sale. They're always on special.
On special.
Right?
Yeah.
Which makes it sound a little more special, right? Oh, it's on special, right? I got to go get the shrimp. It's on special. So I'm at his house and, he's showing me like, oh, well, look here. You want this food? You want this food? My freezer's full. I have this and this. And I'm like, well, I mean, like if you're just trying to get rid of it, I guess. But like I don't need it. Like, will I eat it? I don't know. Maybe. Right?
So he's just one of those people that just buy stuff just for the sake of buying it?
This is what I found out. He's like a food hoarder, right? So I was like, Dad, you can't do this, right? Like it's too, like I know it's on special and it's $2 off, but then you go and spend $6. You're not saving $2. You're spending $6. And he's like, I know, but I'm not going to eat it. Your grandfather, he doesn't eat it. He just goes out to the mall and he eats.
Oh
right?
My god, that's funny. You met. Is the story done? Because I got another story.
No. So
okay.
You might think, well, that's not really an exciting, Jaime story. Well, here's the kicker. So I was asking, like, why do you do this? He said, I'll tell you who. It's this lady's fault. I'll tell you who it is. And he goes and he's looking around the house for a magazine or a book or something. It was. He comes back with a phone book. Okay.
A phone book. Okay.
A phone book.
Also an outdated piece of paper.
Yes. So he's trying to search. He said, "Oh, it's this lady's fault." Right? And I'm searching, and I'm like, "Oh, this one?" He goes, "Yeah." So it was a full page, like 2 or 3 page ad, not ad, more like a little help section or something.
Yeah.
And it was about saving money or something like that. And one of the things said, get the budget your stuff out, blah blah blah. Don't eat out too much, eat at home.
Yeah.
And one of the line items in there was, take advantage of when things are on special.
So he takes advantage of everything when it's on
go
special.
out there when things are on special, and then buy a few, right?
Yeah.
And save up, and save your money on the discounts.
Yeah.
So I don't know how long ago he read this thing, right, in the newspaper.
Yeah.
But that was his justification. And you know what he says? Some lady. But you know what? It's just a stock image of a lady, right? Along with some stuff written by somebody who worked for whatever company put this in the phone book.
Oh my god, that's funny.
And then when he showed me that, I was like, oh, Dad, you can't do this. So you can't look at the flyers. So I went and saw him the following week, and the flyers were still in the bag. Like, sit there. He's like, look, see? It was so hard. I didn't take them out of the bag. I left the flyers there. But it was really tough. I'm like, see, there you go. Just toss them in the recycling.
See, now this is funny because I have 2 stories now
Okay.
about this. And I feel like maybe this is just a Portuguese person thing.
Maybe.
Because my dad, I have another story of. He's not nearly as extreme as your dad is. But I remember one time he came home from Canadian Tire. And he went out and he says, oh, check out what I bought. I said, oh, what'd you buy? So he's like, I bought, the camping kind of, I don't know, like a tent almost for your car. You put it on top of your car to hold more stuff.
Okay,
cargo type holder thing, right? You attach it to your roof racks and it sits up there, right? So it was like a soft cover one.
Okay.
So he's like, yeah. So it was regularly $170, and I got it for $49.99. And I was like, okay, but you don't go camping at all anymore. Why would you even buy this? Well, it was a great deal though. I got $50. I was like, yeah, but you never go camping anymore. What's the point of even having this?
But just in case.
Just in case, right? And another story I have is someone else we knew. He's telling me a story. His dad calls him one day. He says, there was a new Home Depot opening up. Not too far from us. So he says, I need you to go to Home Depot. I need you to get 4 measuring tapes. So he's like, what? Why? He's like, they're on sale for $1 right now. So he's like, okay, fine. So he goes to the store, gets 4 measuring tapes for his dad. So he comes home, he's like, yeah, I got measuring tapes. He's like, yeah, I need you to get 4 because that's the max limit one person can get. So he's like, okay. He's like, yeah, I went out and got 4 already, and I got your sister to go out and get another 4. So he's like, so Dad, you just got 12 measuring tapes? He's like, yeah. He's like, what are you going to do, put 1 in every room in the house? Why do you need 12 measuring tapes for? He's like, well, they're only $1. Why would you not get them?
Dude, that's just the proof that advertising works.
Yeah, I know. Because it was like a new store opening thing, right? So, $1 measuring tape. Like, but yeah, why do you need 12 measuring tapes?
Exactly.
On top of however many he probably already had, right? Like,
hey, I mean, maybe he grew up in a house without any measuring tapes.
maybe. I feel like you need one in the house, one in the garage.
There you go. 2, then you're set.
2 is good.
If you're
one for when you're outside.
If you're a
one for when you're inside.
contractor, I'll let you keep one in the glove box.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. You can go up to 4. You can go up to 4 if you're a contractor.
Well, 4 is already kind of a lot.
I know, but it's like that's the upper limit. That's the highest.
Boom. We stamped out the ScruffCast seal of approval.
No more than 4 measuring.
No more than 4 measuring.
No
tapes.
more than 2 for the average person. No more than 4 for a contractor.
All right. Believe it or not, we do have a couple listener emails this week.
We do.
We always worry we're not going to have enough to talk about. All right. So I'll read the first listener email. This is the one that tipped us off, that we messed up the question upon it.
Yeah.
The subject is thoughts. First sentence, hi, fellas. Don't know how I feel about that.
I'm not sure either.
Hi, fellas. Another great show this week, and the previous week's was great too, if a tad short, but enjoyable nonetheless. The listeners, they demand the content, but sometimes,
they're getting greedy now because there's been a few hour-long ones. That's not what we're about here. We try to keep it to a 40-45 minute range.
So we were talking about this before the podcast aired, and I like what you said, Dan, which was basically we're contractually obligated for about 40 minutes, a 60-minute show with commercials.
That's where we're at.
Because the goal is one day we'll go back and we'll insert ads into all these podcasts.
And make them an hour.
Right? So be like in the middle of talking to you. Yeah, someone to my dad's. This is segment brought to you by Colgate. Oh, so speaking of Colgate, I don't know, just made me think of commercials. I saw an ad on Facebook. I can't remember what company it was for. I think it was like Casper Mattress, one of those companies, or Endy or something. You know who they got to do the ads for that? The Body Break people.
Oh,
Body
really?
Break. Yeah.
With Hal Johnson and Joy McClellan.
Yeah, and it was them. And they came out of retirement or whatever the hell they're doing. Dude, they had to be sitting at home, and then they got the call from ND Mattress, and they're like,
yay!
Yeah, I'm in.
Back in the game.
Right? It goes out in the garage, it dusts off the little tracks.
You know what's funny though? You mentioned that with the podcast. I was listening to a podcast a couple weeks ago. It was Inside the Green Room. It's one of the guys from Toronto Raptors has a podcast with another guy. So I had to I was listening to it in my car, and I had to turn it up really loud. The podcast was really quiet for some reason. So then halfway through, all of a sudden it was just do 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 do. And it's get your $1 McCafe. I don't know, whatever the hell it was, right?
Yeah.
But it was so loud. It was normal, loudness. And it, blew my ears off. I was driving. I was freaking out. Brutal. Anyways,
we're in the middle of an email.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Believe it or not, but we took a body break.
Okay.
Enjoyable nonetheless. Just wanted to mention, as far as the condos designed by women, as a woman, I have to tell you, I can't understand what difference there would be between a man designing it and a woman designing it, except for maybe closets. Women would love more closets, so perhaps this means a condo with more closets? Well, condos nowadays are pretty much just one big closet, because they're all so small.
Yeah.
Oh, and you're right, no urinals, which are disgusting and should be banned worldwide anyway.
What's with the hate for urinals?
Oh, easy.
It's a quick and convenient way to take a pee.
Exactly. Women are just jealous. They gotta sit down to pee.
Yeah. Don't hate on us. It's not our problem.
Yeah. Poo on you. All right. If you are interested, here's my top 5 TV shows. I love who we're not interested.
We're not gonna read it. Yeah, imagine.
All right. Number 5, Modern Family. This is a good choice. I actually had thought about that one, but it wasn't top 5 material for me.
It's a pretty funny show. Yeah.
Number 4, Haunting of Hill House.
Great
this one
choice.
Made your list.
Yeah, made my list. It's a really good show.
Number 3, Scandal.
Yeah, I'm currently kind of watching that right now.
Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumb 60% up.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sold on it yet.
Not certified fresh.
It's a really good show, but I've never liked the show so much, but hated so many of the characters on the show. The main character, I can't stand. I hate her. And then she has a relationship with the president where they're they're in love, but he's also married, and it just makes me sick. I just hate their little thing they got going on. Bothers me.
Fair enough.
That is all.
Number 2, Stranger Things. This made both of our lists.
I don't think it made mine. Honorable mention for me.
Oh, well.
Because it took so long for the 3rd season. So
Yes,
they got the boot out of my top 5.
It's coming up soon, though.
Yeah.
And the number one show has to go to How to Get Away with Murder. I've heard a lot of things about this show.
Yeah.
With the exception of this past season, which wasn't quite as good as the previous ones, this show is amazing, in capitals, and will blow you away. Definitely a must-watch. All 5 seasons on Netflix, so go binge it right now. Now, you want longer podcasts, but you want us to go binge these shows? We're not going to have time.
Can't do both.
Make up your mind.
And my fiance, Anna, she's watched How to Get Away with Murder. I think she liked it.
Oh, there you go. 2 recommendations here on the ScruffCast.
There you go.
Honorable mention. I would have to put House of Cards very high on the list, but with the whole Kevin Spacey thing, he got Me Too'd from, diddling people.
Touching boys.
Touching the boys.
Hey, we get it sometimes too, ladies, okay?
Yeah, it's not
just all about you.
Man can hashtag Me Too. Didn't you ever hear about Terry Crews saying, I was at the event and, the executive, he cut me right in the cheek.
Poor Terry.
Poor Terry. Dude, he could just turn up, boom, crack that guy.
Hey, he's a big guy.
Oh, it's Spice, poof.
Oh, you know what? That's a show I left off my list, was Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I thought about that one too, but
Fantastic show,
I've only
actually.
watched the first season.
That's a second or third honorable mention for me. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, fantastic
I
show.
think we had 3 honorable mentions last week, and you complained because I couldn't pare it down to 1.
Okay, so it's just my top 10 now for last week.
All right.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine, it's a really good show.
With the whole Kevin Spacey thing, it wasn't near as good. One more honorable mention, if I may, you may, would go to Survivor. I've watched every episode of 38 seasons, and it's my guilty pleasure. Dude, Survivor's at 38 seasons now?
I guess so, because I think they do 2 a year.
Yeah, and if it started around 2000...
20 years, right?
Yeah. All right, well, props to you, listener. QTP. Question upon her. No, there is no way I would ever accept a replica of any person I love. No, no, no. Can't wait to listen to your next podcast. Your loyal listener in Etobicoke.
So that person, that listener, was referencing the older question upon her from
Yes, if the listener didn't write in with that answer, we would have just left it in the history.
Over us, yeah.
All right. We received another email. People are loving this top 5 segment, Dan. Take it away.
All right. Okay, top 5 shows. Hello, Jon and Dan. As always, great podcast last week. My top 5 shows are number 5, Seinfeld.
Represent.
Number 4, Shameless. Number 3, Breaking Bad. Number 2, Vikings. And number 1, Game of Thrones, other than the last season.
Fair enough.
Which I've heard not so great things about that last
Still
season.
a great show, though. I'm reading the books. Enjoying them quite a bit.
Good. I'm happy for you. As for the question to ponder, nope. I would rather feel good every day other than having $1 billion. So now this one is our question to ponder from last week, which would you rather be hungover?
Oh, we never answered that one. Ourselves.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We're not very good at this, are we?
Would you rather live every day of your life feeling hungover?
Okay, let's answer right now. Get it out of the way. John, $1 billion or hungover the rest of your life?
I think I go with the hangover because I feel like you'd get used to it after a while.
No, I'm totally against it. You have not had a serious hangover then.
Well, not in the state you were in when you came up with the question.
I was in a bad place, man. I'll tell
So
you
maybe not. $1 billion is a lot of money, though.
It is. I don't think it's worth it. I really don't.
Maybe, dude. Maybe
Feeling like
existence.
that the rest of your life. Oh,
Maybe existence would just be pain. You'd just kill yourself.
Yeah, probably. I think you should leave that money for your family. Taking one for the team.
That's true. I don't know. Now you're making me second guess.
It's a tough one. Not for me, but it's maybe
fair enough. All right. Now this listener, what'd they say?
New question to ponder or topic of discussion.
Okay, this is how we got in trouble last time.
Okay, so this is going to be a topic of discussion. It's not going to be a question to ponder.
Okay.
So you know what? We're going to come back to this afterwards. I'm not even going to read it right now. Once we're done reading all the emails, then we'll come back to this.
Okay.
If we remember.
Keep up the fantastic work. Thank you, listener.
I'll miss that. Sorry.
Thank you. All right. The third listener email. Listeners, you really knocked it out of the park this week.
Appreciate it. Even after all the confusion.
Yes. Thank you for sticking with us. This subject is top 5. The listeners really loving the top 5. Top 5. Hey, guys. I loved your top 5 list last week, and here are mine. Number 5, How I Met Your Mother. Made both of our lists.
Great show, yeah.
Number 4, How to Get Away with Murder. The other listener
one.
just mentioned
Right, yeah.
Number 3, Skins.
I don't know what show that is. I don't think I've heard of that.
Probably some hipster show. Only the first 4 volumes, UK version.
UK version?
If it's UK, then it must be volumes.
I don't like British comedy, They think they're so like wise and smart. Oh, what's so funny with the way we talk? I just don't like that. I don't like their humor.
Dude, I agree with you on that one.
All right.
Number 2, Weeds. I've heard a lot of things about that show. I heard the last season wasn't very good, I don't think.
Oh, I
It
don't
went down the tube. I don't know what I'm talking about. Number 1, Friends.
Boom, fantastic pick. That was also my number 1.
Honorable mention. Grey's Anatomy, first 10 seasons.
How many seasons of that show are there?
I don't know, but I feel like
Wow.
10 is a big enough chunk that you could give it as a mention.
Yeah, that's a good show, yeah.
And that 70s show, that's a good choice.
I've like caught episodes here and there of that 70s show.
Yeah, I haven't like seen like, I'd probably say I've seen less than half, but
Oh yeah, I've seen
bad.
less than half.
I do not have an answer for the QTP for last week's question. Look forward to Wednesday. Well, by the time you hear this, it is Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
But we're recording this on Monday.
Listen to our podcast on Wednesday.
All right, so that brings us through the listener emails for this week. I have a couple updates. So last week, I told you guys I put out the call to Oprah, right? Because her Super Soul conversation, she was competing with us for one of our listeners' podcast time. I put the call out.
I cut right to the chase. Did she respond yet?
So I put the call out. I give her the chance to surrender. No response. The ball's on this Oprah woman.
Wow. So, Bye Bye Oprah is in full force.
Hashtag Bye Bye Oprah. Get it trending. Yes, queen. Get that trending.
Yes, queen. Slay.
I also put out the call to Elon Musk on Twitter. Because he was tweeting about memes.
Yeah.
And I said, Elon Musk, come on our podcast and show us your memes. He also didn't respond. He's a very busy guy.
We're getting there.
So
we may have maybe eventually we'll have a local celebrity on the show.
Maybe. That'd be cool. I mean, I don't know. Oh, dude, Oliver Jewelers, the Cash Man?
The Cash Man. Or imagine we get Nav, the super fan.
Dude, I'll be all for it.
Yeah.
All right.
We got to start like local,
Yeah, okay.
Like maybe like the mayor of Brampton.
Who's harder to get? Okay, of those three, who's harder to get? The mayor of Brampton, the super fan, or the Cash Man?
I'd say the mayor of Brampton is probably the hardest.
She's got too many people, or he's got too many people.
Got too much dumb stuff going on. The Cash Man we could probably get on. Get him to advertise. We'll just tell him we have like, oh yeah, we have 100,000 followers. Come on our podcast.
What's he going to do? Look at our analytics?
I'm the Cash Man. That'd be fun.
That would be awesome. You know what? I'm going to see if he has a Twitter and follow him after this.
There we go. Okay, so you want to get to this topic of discussion?
Yes, the topic of discussion. This is a heavy one here.
Okay. I'll read it out here. So, as both of you seem to be really close friends, at the request of your spouse or significant other, would you give up your friendship to save your relationship?
This is a heavy-hitting question.
It is.
We have been friends for a long time.
And I'm quite curious to hear your answer.
So, to let the listeners know, we've known each other and been friends for nearly 20 years.
Yeah.
Which is a long time. Well over half our lifetime.
Yeah.
Now, if my spouse / significant other, my girlfriend Taryn, came to me and she's like, you can't be friends with Dan anymore. Oh, we're over. Now, Dan, we've been good friends for a long time.
Yeah.
But I really love Taryn. So what do? I don't know. I'd have to tell her, how could you put those demands on me?
Dude, yeah. You're even thinking about it?
I had to build up the suspense. Of course you're going to win. You're my chronum.
Thank you.
That's the slang that kids use nowadays.
The chronum, yeah.
We're
you know what my thought was on this?
Slang.
This is my thought. Whoever asks me to ditch the other person, that's the person that's getting the boot.
Because they're the one making demands.
Yeah, so if she asked me, like, you got to stop being friends with John, I'd be like, oh, bitch, get out of here. And now I'm not calling her bitch. That's not what I mean. But in the situation,
this is a generic scenario.
That was how I would handle it, maybe. And then vice versa. If you were like, oh, dude, you can't be with her anymore. I'm not going to be friends with you. I'd be like, get lost then. You know, it goes like both ways. Either way, that's how I approach it. Now, unless, like, you were like some crackhead boo-boo, you know?
Yeah.
Which you're only halfway there. I wouldn't say you're fully there.
I'm just boo-boo.
Just boo-boo. Unless you were, sending me down a wrong path, and then I kind of realized that, then maybe.
Don't you want to be cool?
Don't you want to be cool? And then maybe, right? But that is not the case in this situation.
Because you know what? I feel like if you caved into the demand, you would, kind of always resent them. Right? You know, when you watch a TV show or something and the sad music's playing, they're looking out the window and it's raining.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
You give her this.
That'd be like, you'd just be looking out the window thinking, oh, I wonder what John's up to. Oh, I wonder what Dan's up to. And then we couldn't do the podcast anymore.
Well, yeah. And then, if you give into this, that's it, man. She's got you. Next thing you know, she's asking for kidneys. Yeah. Can I have one of your kidneys, please? And you're like, oh, well, yeah. I already dished my best friend for you. Might as well give you my kidney now.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. And she doesn't need it for herself. She just doesn't want you to have it anymore.
That's how women are, right?
Yeah,
you give them a little
exactly.
bit, boom, they're taking it all.
They take it all. So, yeah, no, that's my answer to that. No chance. If she's the one making the demand, get out of here.
I like that answer.
And I would go for full custody of Leo too. I would tell him that she's a crackhead.
Yeah, you'd obviously be
I'm
psychologically
definitely gonna get her to listen to this.
unhinged. Oh, yeah.
She'll love it.
Dude, I can only imagine the description we're going to cook up for this one. Jon and Dan talk about people stealing their kidneys. All right.
Okay.
That was a deep cut question there. Listeners
was
trying to
a
give
good
us like philosophical debates here.
I think
We don't buy into
they're trying
that.
to turn us against each other too. You know, because what if you came around and you're like, oh, I'd have to choose my girlfriend. And I'd be like, Jon, what the fuck? How could you do this to me? You know? And then all of a sudden, like, episode 59 doesn't get released. All because of that one question.
It's like no podcast this week. The podcast is canceled.
Yeah. That'd be funny.
All right. What else do we have in the notes here? Oh, we have nothing.
All right.
Since we don't do the articles anymore, we just kind of go with the flow each week. I gotta
Well,
tell you,
fun,
we already got to 25 minutes just on the emails.
Sweet.
Let's just killed it on the emails. I feel like we got a good top 5 this week, though. Do you have anything else that you feel like talking about?
No, I'm ready to jump right into the
Nothing
top
else
5.
going on?
To be honest with you, if I could change this whole podcast into like a top 20 podcast, I would do it. Would be like Watch Mojo. That would be the podcast version of that, you know, the top 10 lists on YouTube.
It's tough, though, because like top 10 most dangerous water slides in the world. We can't do that describing.
Yeah. So there's this water slide. It's 173 feet tall.
So like it
with
goes
an
down,
83-degree angle.
it curves a little. So this is actually a real video we watched maybe 2 weeks ago, and the number one actually just had like a full loop-de-loop. Like people were getting stuck.
Oh my god, yeah, that was ridiculous.
Bizarre.
It was
look it
only
up.
open for like a couple months, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like Action Park in New Jersey.
Ridiculous.
Crazy.
Did we? Yeah, we answered all the questions to ponder.
Yeah, there's only
did.
supposed to be one.
Okay.
But we have too many.
All right.
All right, we want to jump into the top 5?
Today's top 5 is all-time favorite actors.
Yes.
Top 5 favorite actors. And now, this isn't who we think are the best actors. That's not necessarily it, but just our top 5 favorite actors. Just like everything. We're not like listing, oh, these are the best TV shows ever. They're just our favorite TV shows.
Of course.
Our best fruits.
And then we combine the lists to make a top 5 official ScruffCast list. So for listeners, I don't know if you haven't caught on or maybe missed the last few episodes. Who knows? With the way we're like missing these question of ponders, who even knows what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
We run through our top 5. Our first place choice gets 5 points. Then the second place gets 4 points, all the way down to last place again 1 point. And then we combine the lists. Sometimes there's maybe not a lot of overlap, right? I'll be curious to see what overlap we have
we'll
here.
see. We'll see what we get here.
All right.
All right.
Would you like to take it away with your number 5? Would you
I
like
can,
me to
yeah. So my number 5 pick is Will Smith.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you know what? This goes back to when I was a kid. I don't know why I liked Will Smith so much, but I had a poster of him on my wall as a kid.
You talked about this when we were ragging on him for being the genie.
Oh, so I talked
Aladdin.
about this on the podcast.
I feel like, why is everybody ganging up on Will Smith?
That's true, yeah. You know what? He's a good actor, too. Like, have you watched I Am Legend?
I have. Have you watched?
Fantastic
Have you
movie.
watched 7 Pounds? It's another Will Smith
I
movie.
think I have, yeah.
You know, it's another good Will Smith movie. Hitch. Have you seen that one?
The Pursuit of Happiness.
Dude, such a good movie. Forgot about that one.
He can do it all. He can do comedy. He can do serious. You know what I mean? He can do it all. Think about it. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
Damn, he did have it all.
He can do everything. He's a fantastic actor, and he just seems like such a fun, nice guy, you know? He doesn't age either.
No, I wonder how old he is these days.
You know, apparently he's into some Scientology stuff. I think he's like an Illuminati. He's got like...
Yeah,
he's
all
got
of
a
Hollywood's
potion,
like that.
You know? That Hollywood potion to make you live forever. It's out there. It exists.
All of Hollywood's like that. I can't wait till we get famous enough that like Scientologists try to like recruit us.
I'm
Dude,
excited.
then we can do like an inside expose.
You know how much it costs to become a Scientologist?
Oh, really? Because I was just thinking, dude, you never have to work.
No,
you just
have
like
to,
living the
pay
dream.
your way up. Have you ever watched that show? That girl, she was on King of Queens.
Leah Remini.
Yeah,
Remini.
she's got a show on A&E. She used to be Scientologist and she left.
Oh,
And
really?
she's just like exposing them all. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Actually.
Dude, King of Queens is an underrated TV show.
Yeah, also a pretty good show. Yeah, Kevin James is funny.
He is. also from Hitch, which I just mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Will Smith. That was your number 5.
What's funny is, got into bed last night and Anna was watching Hitch.
Oh, really? What are
Yeah.
What are the odds? What are the odds? All right, my number 5, Christian Bale.
Okay.
Specifically because I really loved him as the role of Batman in the Dark Knight trilogy.
Yeah.
By, what's the director's
Christopher
name?
Nolan.
Christopher Nolan. I was going to say Owen Nolan.
Oh, no. He can score goals and direct movies.
Yeah, Christopher Nolan, the Dark Knight trilogy. I love that trilogy of movies. And he was a fantastic Batman. And I feel like I just saw him in another movie recently, too, which was
Vice.
He was in Vice, but I didn't watch that one.
I don't know when it's been recently. You know what? It's funny you mention that because I'm not a huge fan of Christian Bale. I don't like him that much, but I do agree that the Batman series was unbelievable.
Yeah, it's not like
And
I'm a super fan of him, but he's a good actor, and I thought he was like the perfect Bruce Wayne as well as Batman.
The way I kind of narrowed down this list is essentially I chose 5 actors that, like, if they come out with a movie, I don't really care what the movie's about. I'm going to go watch it based off of them. It's kind of like I like them so much and they've done so many good movies already that they're drawing me in no matter what the movie's about.
That's the same sort of mentality I had when I was thinking about it.
So Christian Bale's one of them for you.
And
I get that.
I don't know if I would say I'd watch any movie with him.
Right.
But I enjoyed him in the Dark Knight trilogy enough for him to get number 5 on the list.
Fair enough. All right. My number 4 is Adam Sandler.
Ooh, I did think about him.
Now we've talked about him on the podcast a few times before. And I love Adam Sandler. So from like Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore, even to Jack and Jill, you know? Like Jack and Jill wasn't very good, but like just him playing himself and then a girl version of himself is still funny to me. Like I still find
ridiculous.
it funny. Like he's just like goofy and wacky and funny. Like, and any movie he's in, I'll watch. And I'm not expecting the best movie ever, but I'm expecting just to have a few cheap laughs, you know?
Exactly.
And they're nice to watch. Like they're fun to watch.
Have you watched That's My Boy?
Yeah, of course. Great movie. Yeah.
That's one of my favorite Adam Sandler movies.
That's
the premise is he's a kid. He hooks up with his teacher.
I think he's 13.
He's like, yeah. So the teacher goes to jail, right? And then has the kid, right? So he doesn't meet he doesn't meet the kid until he's older. And
no, I think he knows the kid all the way through.
Does he?
Yeah,
I feel like
I'm
he
pretty
doesn't
sure
meet
he
the kid
does.
until he's older.
I don't know. It doesn't.
But anyways, the kid's played by Andy Samberg.
Yeah.
And it's just and his son Andy Samberg is getting married. Yeah. Right, so then you just got to meet the family.
And Adam Sandler becomes like a child star almost because it's such a crazy story. So he's on like talk shows and stuff like that. So he was like a star as a kid, but now he's just like a washed up middle-aged man.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch Don't Mess with the Zohan?
Of course, that's a fantastic movie.
That was a fantastic. I remember downloading that.
Like Big Daddy or Mr. Deeds, like they're all good. Like
I remember downloading You Don't Mess with the Zohan, putting it on my PSP.
Yeah, and then you put it onto my computer as well.
There you go.
Yeah, I appreciate.
I wonder how much the movie made in the box office.
I don't know. It's a funny movie though.
Adam Sandler, number 4.
Mary has doesn't he have like a cannon of hummus that he like shoots at? It was like a hose of hummus. Like
I don't even remember. It's been a long time.
It's funny.
Dude, we should do like a ScruffCast watch along. Where we watch a movie and come back. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on board.
My number 4, Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, I originally had him on my list.
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Sorry.
Well, just Marky Mark, not the Funky Bunch, but
okay.
I like Mark Wahlberg. He seems like, almost like that kid you went to high school with that was like a little too aggressive. And then he caught some success.
He's got the little man syndrome.
Like I feel like he'd hold a grudge. Apparently he had a pretty messed up upbringing. He I don't know, beat up some immigrants and stuff. And,
he almost went to jail.
He went to jail or whatever.
Lost his eye or something.
Yeah, he slashed a guy with a bottle or something. And then in the 90s, he was had his own pop group, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Yeah.
Right. And then I don't know. Then
Good Vibrations.
Somehow he got into acting. Yeah, that was his hit song. He's got a lot of good movies. I like that he can play the comedy role too. Like he's in The Other Guys with Will Ferrell.
Yeah. Or Ted.
Ted, oh yeah, I forgot about that. They made 2 of those, right?
Yeah.
They did Ted 2.
Yeah.
And Daddy's Home.
Yeah.
Both those are good.
Agreed. Yeah, I like Mark Wahlberg a lot too. He's a good action star. Good, yeah. I like him.
So he's number 4 on my list.
Alrighty. So my number 3, someone along the same kind of lines as Mark Wahlberg, Tom Cruise.
Ooh.
Now I acknowledge that Tom Cruise is really weird Really, really weird. He's like a little bit of a psycho.
Yeah, you're talking about Scientology.
Yeah, he's right up in there.
Yeah.
But there's nothing I love more than a good Tom Cruise action movie. Like the Mission Impossibles. I could watch those movies over and over and over. Like I own Rogue Nation. I've probably watched it at least 50 times all the way through.
I don't think I've ever watched any movie more than 15 times.
That's one of them for me. Oh yeah, at least. I would like put it on every night before bed and just watch it. They're so good, those movies. And Tom Cruise is one of those guys. Like, if he's in a movie, I'm kind of like, I'm going to check it out because it's probably going to be pretty entertaining. I'll go watch it, you know? Even The Mummy. It wasn't a very good movie, but like,
I didn't watch the newer one.
Yeah, it was okay. But like, he's just good. He's such a great action star. And I like he does like a lot of his own
stunts. He is. I was just about to say one of the cool things about him, he does all of his own stunts.
Yeah, he does like a ton of them, which is really cool.
All right, props to you, Tom Cruise.
You number 3.
My number 3, Michael Fassbender.
Okay.
Now, I don't know what it is about him.
Board here.
A little off the board. I don't know what it is about him, but he just... I feel like he can play like the villain character so well.
Like Magneto?
He played Magneto in the newer X-Men movies. And he just did a really good job. Like, there's just something about him.
I agree, yeah.
He sort of has this aura to him.
I don't think I've seen him in enough.
I don't know if I've seen him in enough either, but... I don't know. I just like him as an actor.
Steve Jobs movie, wasn't he?
And Andy also played the role of Steve Jobs, which I thought he did well.
Who did, sorry?
Michael Fassbender.
Oh, I thought you said Andy, like a name Andy.
No,
and he. Got it.
Yes. There was actually another Steve Jobs movie which everybody critically panned with Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah.
But actually, I like that movie. I think I own it on Blu-ray.
There you go.
But I don't know if I've ever put that Blu-ray disc in.
You just don't know.
Might still be sealed. But anyways.
Michael Fassbender,
he also played the lead role in the Assassin's Creed movie, which released last year, which I never watched.
No, It's funny. You're
I heard it was
a
no
video
good.
game guy.
Yes.
Nice. All right. Moving on to number 2. My number 2 is Tom Hanks.
Oh, going for the big names.
Yeah.
The Tom and Tom.
Yeah, right. I didn't even think about that. Now, like, Tom Hanks is just so many good movies. Like Castaway, Catch Me If You Can. Like, all the Toy Stories, even. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Voice actor. But he's like another one of these guys. He's just a fantastic actor.
He
And
is.
another person who just seems like a nice person. I don't know. Maybe that's what a lot of this is. Like, oh, that guy seems like a nice guy. I like him. But Tom Hanks is just like, he's another guy. Any movie he's in, I'm kind of like, oh, I'd like to give that a chance. Like, Bridge of Spies was another one.
I never watched that one.
Oh,
Was it
it's
good?
really good. Yeah, check it out. But even like, he was in that one recently, The Post, with
Meryl Streep.
And it didn't look very interesting, like for me anyway. But I went and watched it in theaters. There was like nothing really else out. I watched it. It was okay. But he was good in it. He was awesome. So it was worth watching.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So Tom Hanks, my number 2.
All right. My number 2. And you might say, no, he's number 2. I thought he'd be number 1 on the list.
I already know it. Okay, let's hear it.
You're going to think he'd be number 1.
Okay.
But then when you see who number 1 is, you're going to be, okay.
All right.
My number 2, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay.
Now, I don't know what it is. It's not so much Leonardo DiCaprio himself, but it's like every character he plays. Like, it's just so good.
Yeah,
Dude,
I agree.
Wolf of Wall Street, Shutter Island.
Wall Street. Unbelievable.
Just
Yeah.
Titanic.
Absolutely.
Like, just these iconic roles. He just always plays these awesome roles. The Revenant.
Yep.
He finally won his Oscar.
Yep.
Like, it was hard not to put him at number 1, but when you hear my number 1, you're going to see.
Okay.
see why.
I'm interested. I'm curious.
All right.
All right. Well, first we're going to hit the honorable mentions.
Oh, yes, honorable mentions. Now, how many do you have?
Just one. We're
Just
doing
one?
this
All right.
week.
All
So
right.
narrow it down. I'm going to hit you with it now. My honorable mention is Jim Carrey.
Ooh, I thought about him.
Yeah.
I thought about
Jim
him.
Carrey. Another funny one, too.
He's Canadian.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like with a lot of the like the comedy stars, it's almost like they have to stand like the test of time, you know, like Jim Carrey, Adam Sandler. Those guys are like, you know, they've been around for like 20, 30 years now doing it. So it's like the newer guys like Jonah Hill and Seth Rogen. They're all like hilarious, but we got to wait it out, you know what I mean, to see.
To see how they last.
See how they go, right? But Jim Carrey's one. I just love
Bruce Almighty.
Yeah, Bruce Almighty, such a good movie. I just love he's just very like animated and that's funny.
Yeah, it's just
what do
like
they call it?
certain
They call
comedy.
it something comedy.
Like physical comedy.
Yeah. He's just hilarious. I like him a lot.
Right.
Honorable mention.
How's it going? I originally had a dishonorable mention, which was taken by the listener, which was Kevin Spacey.
So, do you not like him, or do you not like the Me Too stuff?
I liked him, but then he couldn't be on the list because he got on Me Too. But the listener already covered that one, so I'm really squeaking in 2 honorable mentions here.
Fair enough.
My honorable mention, Mel Gibson. I feel like this man, Hollywood tried to take him down, okay?
Well, it was the whole like Jew thing, you know.
Jew thing, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Have you watched Daddy's Home too?
No, not yet. Actually,
Dude, he plays like the
Mark Wahlberg's dad, right?
Is it Mark Wahlberg's dad?
Yeah,
he plays Mark Wahlberg's dad. First off, fantastic movie. It's just like a funny comedy movie.
The first one was really good.
But it also has a bonus of being a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Okay? And, he perfectly plays the role. He's like, a little rough around the edges.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And, Hollywood did him dirty. You could say he did it to himself. But he's also had, like, iconic roles, right? Braveheart.
Of course, yeah.
He's Mel Gibson, right?
Yeah.
And he's sort of on the verge of like making a renaissance, right? He's directed some movies recently.
Yeah.
He did Hacksaw Ridge a few years ago. I think that was him.
Yeah.
Which was
really
a fantastic movie.
Yeah, really good.
It was nominated for an Oscar. I don't know if it won or not, but that was a fantastic movie. That's my honorable mention, Mel Gibson.
I like it.
Dude, he can come on the podcast anytime.
Yeah, for sure.
Any of these people we listed, except for Kevin Spacey.
He can bash on Jews for 40 minutes if he wants to. I don't even care.
Do we even have any Jewish listeners?
I wouldn't say so. I don't think I know anybody that's Jewish.
Me
Anyone.
neither. I've always thought, like, okay, so if you had to go bald, right?
Yeah.
Would you...
What's this have to do with being Jewish?
You're going to hear in a minute.
All right.
Would you rather have it where you lose it from the front?
Yeah.
And it for listeners, I'm like doing the motion
Like a receding
on my
hairline
head.
kind of
Yeah,
thing.
where it recedes
Yeah.
away through the front, or where it starts at the back. It's like a little pool of baldness and it spreads out.
From the front.
Because from the back, it's a lot harder to hide.
Yeah.
But the reason I was thinking about being Jewish is because, like, when you start to go bald from the back, you can last for a little while because you have the yarmulke. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
That was
My number one pick.
Yes.
It's obvious. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Of course.
An actor so good, I named my son after him. No, not really, but... No, he's just my favorite actor. It's not even remotely close. Like, really, there's a huge gap between Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hanks. A massive gap. I like Leonardo DiCaprio that much. Every movie. Like, I think he's by far the best actor on the planet right now, and it's not even close. So I'm so curious to hear you have a number one. But the best part is, hold on, I'm not done. When you match my number 1 and 2 together and Catch Me If You Can.
Boom.
Yeah, that's some magic right there. Catch Me If You Can is such a good movie. One of my favorite movies.
The thing about Leonardo DiCaprio for me, he always just plays such interesting roles.
He does.
In like every movie, right? Like Catch Me If You Can, Wolf of Wall Street, fantastic movie.
The
Nominated
Aviator.
The Aviator,
Yeah.
Blood Diamond. I'm trying to think. Like
Shutter
there's so
Island,
many.
Inception,
Shutter Island is
The
good.
Departed.
Inception, that's the one I forgot, dude.
How did you forget Inception? Yeah, I know. It's
So
like,
good.
Yeah, The Departed's another one too. Fantastic movie. The Revenant, and now he's coming out with the one Once Upon a Time in Hollywood,
Ah, yes.
which again looks like it's going to be
From
unbelievable.
Quentin Tarantino, who I actually have never seen any of his movies.
I don't
But
like him very much.
you know what? It's like, why is he still making movies? Why doesn't he retire? He's made like 9 or 10 movies, and they've all been like critical hits.
This is
Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you gotta quit.
Quit while you're ahead.
How can you have such a
Yeah.
high-profile career without making any bad movies? This is the time to get out.
I know. You know what's funny is like
To make
that
you
movie
nervous.
Django Unchained. I did not like it. But
Oh, that's another,
The best half hour of that movie was Leonardo DiCaprio's scene,
There's actually a scene in that where he smashes a glass down and cuts his hand.
and it was real. He
In
was
real
actually
life, yeah, he
bleeding,
actually smashed his hand.
And he just kept going
Plus,
with
he's
it.
a good guy. Does a lot for the environment and stuff.
Yeah. People, hate on him. Well, he still flies his private jet, so yeah, go to hell.
Well, maybe he's just
What the
trying
hell are
to.
you doing, fatty, on the couch, huh?
Maybe he's just trying to even the balance.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Leonardo DiCaprio.
I'm sure you're driving your Ford Pinto to work, but like, you're not out there, picking up garbage.
Yeah, exactly. He's the best actor on the planet, as
All
far
right.
as I'm concerned. So, what possibly could be your number one?
So I don't know how big of a gap there is. Okay, and I'm curious if you're going to say that's reasonable, because this actor is someone that's actually, we've talked about on the podcast before, and they received the rare Bueno Plus.
Oh,
Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan. Okay,
Jackie Chan. I had almost
Alright.
forgot about him, and then when I remembered, I was like, oh,
number one.
He's gonna be number
The
one.
Bueno Plus, Jackie Chan.
Now, what is there to say about Jackie Chan?
Nothing but
Okay,
good things.
the man does all his own stunts. He's getting up there in age now. He's like well in his 60s.
Yeah.
And he's still not slowing down. He still does movies. And he's, he directs some films as well. He's just been like iconic movies, like Rush Hour. I had heard rumors they're going to do another Rush Hour movie. Chris
That'd be
Tucker's just
interesting.
dying. He's like, please, Jackie Chan, revive my career.
Yeah, he needs something right now.
Right.
He had a Netflix special not that long ago.
Oh, did
I
he?
caught a bit of it. It was okay.
Just so many good movies. There's a movie, Who Am I, where he plays a pastry chef,
Okay.
just kicking people's ass in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Dude,
okay,
so good.
you know what?
Rumble in the Bronx.
That's fair. That's fair. I'll give you Jackie Chan for number one.
And there's excellent video on this YouTube, which I'm pretty sure I talked about this exact thing on the podcast previous time where we did shout out to Jackie Chan, which I think was what it said in the notes. Shout out to Jackie Chan.
Okay.
Was this a video from a YouTube channel called Every Frame a Painting. And it talks about how he's the master of action comedy. And you watch the video, and it's breaking down how he like sort of choreographs and like shoots the scenes and stuff.
Yeah.
And it just reveals like this man is a master. Best in the biz.
Wow. That's what he does.
Jackie Chan, yes.
Alrighty. I like that. That's fair. Jackie Chan. Bueno plus.
Boom.
But there was only one crossover person on this list.
Which was Leonardo DiCaprio.
Number one, Leonardo DiCaprio.
And I have no problems with him being number one on the ScruffCast list.
Yeah. Number one for the ScruffCast.
I was almost going to put him number one, and then I really wrestled with that and put Jackie Chan number one.
Fantastic.
Plus, part of me also thought you're going to have Leonardo DiCaprio as number one.
Of course.
So I want to, spice it up, a little bit of drama for the listeners.
Yeah.
So number one, Leonardo DiCaprio with 9 points. 5 points from you, first place. 4 points from me for second place.
And everyone else tied.
Number 2, Jackie Chan, 5 points.
Oh, yeah, right, okay.
And then Tom Hanks has 4 points of his own.
Okay.
And then everybody else had down through the rest.
Whatever.
All those jabronis don't matter.
So I think right now Leonardo DiCaprio holds the record for most points on our top 10 list. 9 points? I don't think anything's come close
Maybe.
to 9
The
points.
listeners could write in and tell us. As I look through my notebook.
Jimmy the Greek or McDonald's might be up there, maybe, but right up there with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, my goodness. Right up there with him. Oh, no. He's tied with Apple. Apple also had 9 points for top 5 fruits.
Hey, you know what?
You had it number 1. I had it number 2.
That's good company to be in if you're Leonardo DiCaprio. Apples are delicious.
There you go.
Yeah.
What do you think's more famous? Have more people heard of apples or more people heard of Leonardo DiCaprio?
Apples. Because even African people have heard of apples. Yeah.
African people haven't heard of Leonardo DiCaprio?
I mean, like,
what about when he did...
the deep Africans? Like, not like South Africans who have TVs or people from Congo and stuff. I mean, like, the deep...
Do you think that apples just grow there? It's got to be too hot in Africa.
No, I think there's certain growing areas for apples. Can't be too hot. And you need the cold for apples as well, by the way.
Yeah, so they'd be growing in Africa?
Yeah, there's like a lot of varieties of apples where in order for the sugar to be released from the branch, you need a frost. So you need like a quick freeze. And it actually, like, it kills the stem in a sense and drops all the sugar from the stem into the apple. And then that's when they're ready to be picked.
Interesting.
Little apple knowledge.
The Applecast. Yeah. So let me tell you this. What fruits do you think less people in the world have heard of than Leonardo DiCaprio? You pulled out some weird one on your list. It was like lychee. Have more people heard of lychee or Leonardo DiCaprio?
I don't know. But I'd throw dragon fruit in there. Dragon fruit's probably up there with...
Dragon fruit's got a cool name, though.
More people know about Leonardo DiCaprio than dragon fruit.
All right.
Okay.
Well, that'll do it for the top 5. And I think,
Damn. We did it.
We still cranked out 47 minutes.
Awesome.
Now, was this a good top 5? I don't know. I enjoyed them.
So
Listeners, please write in with your top 5 actors. They could be actresses as well if you wanted.
Yeah, we just had none on our list because they are men are far superior actors to women. So,
hey,
I'm just kidding.
I've never seen a woman win the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor.
That is true.
Boom, roasted.
All right. Okay, so that's it then. Go check us out on Twitter, ScruffCast. Email us, scruffcast@gmail.com. Let us know your top 5s. Keep putting the hand up at me. What's up?
Slow your roll, homie. We got to do the question upon.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm almost going to mess up again.
Okay, go. What do we got?
Our question upon for this week. If you could make one thing in the world that's currently illegal, as in against the law, if you could make it legal, what would you choose?
That's a good one.
Part of me feels like maybe we did something like this before.
Well, we're doing it again.
But part of me also feels like, well, too bad.
Pretty
You
much.
guys probably didn't write in last time, so write in this time.
There we go.
I want you guys following us on Twitter at ScruffCast.
Follow us on Instagram too.
And
The
email us.
ScruffCast.
ScruffCast@gmail.com. What do you guys want? Do you like the top 5? The early
think they like
feedback
the top
seems
5.
to be that you
Yeah.
guys like it.
So far, so
so
good.
feel free to give us suggestions.
Let us know your top 5 too. We love hearing them. It's fun.
Yeah.
This is fun for us.
Because then this listener picked the same one as us. But now maybe the lists are influenced by us. How many people are going to forget about Jackie Chan and then add him to their list?
Maybe. Maybe not. Only time will tell.
Only time will tell. I'd love to get Jackie Chan on the podcast.
That'd be fun.
Maybe if we hit like a substantial amount of subscribers, we'd get Jackie Chan on the podcast, and we'd get him to teach us to do a couple of like martial arts moves, and we'd record it and show the listeners.
That could be fun.
Then we could have a fight.
Yeah. A choreographed fight. I like.
Oh, there you go, like an action scene.
Yeah. Yeah, we could do that.
There you go. If we choreograph it good enough, we could be action stars.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Jackie Chan can help us. He can make us into action stars. So.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, that's it.
That'll do.
And no more. Okay, that is the end of episode
59.
That's the end of episode 59 of the ScruffCast. Thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll catch you next week.
As I'm watching her go, all I'm thinking is, oh damn, that bad thing. I can tell you're really good at distracting.
Come on!